So here I'm going to show you what I call the shimmy technique to help with retention. And it does require the use of a little bit more glue, and I tend to use this on clients that are either very oily, work outside, or just struggle with retention, because actually sometimes you need a little bit more adhesive. So though we always teach the correct amount of adhesive, you have to kind of custom create this to select the client that you're working on. So although I do judging competitions and we're looking for the competition amount of adhesive or glue, I also, when I'm in my salon, I'm lashing real clients that live in the real world and might sometimes need a little bit more glue to help with retention, but without it looking like it's caked on. So we've all seen clients come into our salons that lashes just will not budge because they've got so much glue on them, and that's why they last like 6 weeks, because they've got so much glue on them. So sometimes we need to sort of adopt this technique, but with not that much glue, and making sure that it is still very, very seamless. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm taking my eyelash extension and I'm going to dip it in my glue, and I'm going to go in just the tip and come out a little bit quickly. So I've grabbed myself a little ball here, and I'm going to make contact with the natural lash where I want it. And then from here, I'm going to do like a little rub up and down. It's called the shimmy. So I'm not losing contact with the natural lash. I do a little rub up and down, and it almost disperses that glue. And then I can let go. And actually what I've now got is a seamless bond with not too much glue, but a little bit more than what we might normally be using on them. And they're going to get better retention out of it because I've dispersed that glue, but it's not caked on, it's not blobby, it's still very, very seamless. So it's not going to overload that natural lash, but you know, sometimes we do need a little bit more on clients. So let's do that again. I'm going to go in my glue, come out a little bit quicker to grab a blob, make contact with the natural lash where I want it, keep contact, almost like rubbing up and down. So I'm almost like tickling it, as you can see. So that's my shimmy. And when I'm happy with the position and it looks seamless, I then let go. And again, grab a little blob, go in the top, come out a little bit quicker. Oh, I'd like a little bit more than that. There we go. Come in, make contact. Shimmy, 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 nice and seamless. And then let go. And finally, the last one. Just make sure that you don't go over the top and grab too much adhesive. So contact with the natural lash. Oh, I did lose contact then. Naughty, naughty. Shimmy, shimmy. Oh, lost contact again. I'm going to get rid of that one. And you know what? That happened. It's the real life. Just because I've been lashing for lots of years now doesn't mean that I make mistakes like I have done there. So it's not the end of the world. I just go and grab another lash. Get my little blob, make contact, shimmy, 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 little rub up and down. And then when I'm happy, release with my seamless amount. So, you know, it's a very, very simple tip. You know, I get a lot of people say, Frankie, I'm really struggling with retention. You know, how do I get more retention or better retention on this client? And, you know, one of the things I say is try using more glue. You know, I'm not talking about overloading loads of it, but just try using a little bit of glue on her. And do you know what? It's amazing because they all come back and go, oh my God, Frankie, that absolutely worked. So I think sometimes we get into the habit of actually, maybe we were taught badly and we use too much glue, and then we go the other way and we use too little and our clients' lashes come off. And I've been the victim, you know, I've done it, and I do it, you know, I'm always, you know, because of the sort of the type of lashing that I'm doing, I'm always trying to sort of practice what I preach with a competition amount of glue. And I just find that on a lot of my clients, it doesn't always work because, you know, I live in the UK, the humidity is ridiculously high. A lot of my clients now are older, as such their skin is dry and they put a lot of oils into their skin, which comes out in their lashes and in their skin and things like that. So I do find that I have to adopt this little bit more glue approach, and it works, and it doesn't cause any damage because it's seamless. It's not too much that it's heavy, but you have to make sure that it is seamless and it is still attractive and it's not overloaded. But you will find actually on a lot of your clients, just try using a little bit more glue and your retention problem may be solved.